read all the information, because otherwise you'll be confused. Just imagine you are dealing with the business and you don't even know that is your business. You're gonna make mistakes. Can you see now? Yes. So now, just for a moment. They also said, let me make it a bit bigger. They also said the work week comprised of how many weeks? How many hours?
40.
This is important because if I work more than 40 hours, I will know how much will be my overtime. Like here, the statement says the time worked above 40 hours is considered to be what? Over?
To be overtime.
Yes. So it means if I can work 42 hours, how many hours are overtime?
2.
2, yes. They say the employee contributes how much? 6.5% to what? 6.5% of their gross wage to what?
Wages. To the mutual pension fund.
Can you see they will always tell you how are you going to,
Yeah.
And they say the entire pension fund is deductible for the calculation of what?
Of the SDL remuneration.
Can you see? Remember that formula that I told you when you calculate your SDL, you must first minus what? Pension. Remember?
Yeah.
They say the company makes no contribution. Remember, I said sometimes the company can make a contribution. In this case, they said the company did not make any contribution. In other words, I don't expect to write anything under the employer's contribution under pension. Okay.
Okay.
Now, they say assume that the maximum UIF funding salary is how much?
12,478.
Remember, I told you that this is a previous paper, né? It has now changed. Remember the one that I gave you there, how much did I say it? It was 1.4. I'm going to change it. But remember in the exam, they will tell you about that one. It's going to be 1.14.
148.
I think it was something like this.
Yes.
So I'm going to change it here. Remember, even though I can use this, it's not going to be a problem, but I'm just going to use the one that we are using now. This was a previous paper. Can I just remove it like this? Will you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Yes. So, but don't worry, in the exam, they will give you this one. They will give you this one. Yes. No problem. They say SDL is how many percent?
1%.
But now they tell you that you must first minus what?
Deduction.
Pension.
Deduction.
So normally it's based on gross, but now they say you must do it. You must do whatever they say you must do. Normally it's based on what? On the gross salary. But you do whatever they say you must do. Okay?
Okay.
UIF, how many percent?
1%.
Before what?
Pension deduction.
Yes, again, we know that it must be on gross. It must always be on gross. They say for both employer and the employee, even though they don't tell us, we will know. Are you okay?
Yes.
Remember, this was just a previous paper. Let's take it next. Stop me if it doesn't make sense. Can you see here now we've got information about our employees? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 employees, and they told you that these are the hours that they worked.
They work.
Do you see any overtime here?
Yes.
Who worked overtime? Tell me who worked overtime.
Collins and Green and Barker.
Yes, these ones worked overtime.
Overtime.
But they gave you the normal what?
Normal
Rate
per hour.
It means Colin earns how much?
200.
But if
per hour.
Colin works overtime, they will pay him how much?
Double the normal rate.
Which is how much?
400.
Yes. So you need to be careful with that. So, but can you see that
Okay.
they don't have it? So, but others don't earn double. Others will earn 1 point.
1.5 times the
Yeah.
normal rate.
Yeah. So they will always tell you how is overtime. Don't worry. The question will always tell you how is the overtime.
Okay.
Are we together?
Mm-hmm.
Now. So this is the information that you need. So we just have to make sure that we go and record this information.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, you can take a picture on this one.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can also take a picture of this one. I don't know, if you want me to make it bigger. Is it okay from your side?
Yes, fine.
Okay. Okay, can I continue?
Yes.
So I'm gonna use this format, ne?
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. I want you to give me the first employee.
Collins.
Collins. I'm just gonna write Collins here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Collins. How many hours did Colin work?
45.
45. But remember, now I need the number. How many are then, according to the question, how many hours are normal?
40.
40. Eh? So remember,
Yes.
don't be confused. Normal is the same as what? Basic. Don't be confused. Let me write it down. You see, examiners use different terms, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so if you see the word normal, just know that they mean basic.
Okay.
No problem. So now we need to calculate the normal. So if we go to Collins, for example, so Collins worked more than 40 hours, but for now we must focus on the 40 hours. So I want us to take 40 hours
Mm-hmm.
and we multiply them by the normal rate, which is how much?
200.
200. So 40 times 200, how much?
8,000.
It's how much?
8,000.
8,000. Okay, it means I must go there. I'm going to write 8,000 here. I hope it makes sense.
Yes.
Doesn't make sense? Yes. Now, how many hours are overtime?
5.
How much is the rate for overtime for Collins?
400.
400. Now we say 400 times 5.
2,000.
2,000.
2,000.
2,000.
Mm-hmm.
See? And how much is the gross wage now?
10,000.
10,000. You see, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Are we together?
Excuse me?
Can we record? Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay.
No problem. I don't know if you can we put maybe all the information for the other employees. Let's go to the other employee before we go to the other
Okay.
columns. Eh?
All right.
Who's the next employee?
There's Marks.
Max, ne?
Yes.
So I'm still waiting for the system. Mark. Oh, changing like that. Let me just. Okay, how much is Mark as basic? I think there's no overtime for him.
There's 30, it's a 35. No, 36. 36 times 600.
36, ne?
Yeah. 7,000, 700, 2,000. 7,200.
7,000?
200.
200. No overtime, ne?
No overtime.
There's no overtime.
No overtime.
So maybe it's gonna look like that.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's W Parker.
Thank you. Parker, ne? He worked 52 hours.
Yeah.
But we need normal hours for now. Meaning we're gonna say 40 times 220.
Yeah, 8,000.
8,000.
Yes.
So how much?
8,000.
8,000.
It's 4 times. Oh, no. Sorry. Times 220. 8,008. 8,008.
8,800.
Yes.
Overtime.
It's 500. 5,280.
5,280. How much will be the gross wage?
$14,080.
14,008.
Yeah.
That.
There's B Green.
Be green. What normal time, please?
40 times 150. 40 times 150. Equals 600. 6,000.
6,000.
Yes.
Overtime.
Overtime 1.5. 600, 675.
675. It's gonna be 6,075.
Yeah, 6,675. No,
Yes.
6,675.
Yes. Okay. Are you okay so far?
Yes.
No problem. So now we can focus on our deductions.
Yes.
So, firstly, what is the first deduction you see here?
UIF.
UIF. Let me ask you this question. Do they all qualify to contribute UIF?
Yes,
Because
because their salary are less than the maximum that UIF ask for.
no. That one is when we calculate. I'm asking about all of them. Do they have to contribute? Do they have to go and contribute? I'm not talking about that. Remember, that one is still coming to it when we calculate. Remember, we said if you are working certain hours, I said if you are not working more than, if you've got less than 24 hours, you don't contribute. Remember?
Oh, yes.
I think
Yes,
they are
I
all
remember.
above 24 hours.
Yes,
Yes, so in other words, all of them must contribute towards
UIF.
UIF. And we know that UIF is based on what? How are we going to calculate UIF? We can even go to the question itself. They did tell us. The UIF obviously is going to be based on gross, ne?
Yes.
So meaning you just have to take gross, which use 1%. 1% for this guy. For Collins, it's going to be 10,000 times how many percent? 1%. How much?
1% of each.
Yeah, 1% of 10,000. How much is it? 100.
100. Yes.
Okay. Remember, the employer must also do the same thing. Remember, I told you?
Yes.
Let's do the other guy. It's gonna be, I think it's just up
72.
to 72. Yes.
Yes.
72. Another guy 72.
140.8.
Okay. $140.8 to 0.8, ne? 140.8. Yes.
6. Then 66.75.
let me just write this. System is a bit slow. 140. Okay. Are you still with me?
Yes.
But let me ask you a question. Were you careful about the UIF, or were we just writing? Did you compare with something? Were you bearing something in mind?
Yes, I was comparing with the maximum that
Which is
they have
148.
to. Yes,
148.72.
72.
Yeah. So everything that we have here is less than that 148. Can you see now?
Yes.
The minute is more than 148. We were supposed to write 148. I want you to remember that.
Okay. Under pay,
Yes. Do you have any pay as you earn? Any tax?
let me
I don't
check.
think so.
No, we don't have any tax.
We don't have anything. So they must give us information about it before we can record, okay?
Okay. And if they do give us tax, where do we record them?
We're gonna record them under the payee. Like for example, Collins, they will tell you how much is the tax or how do they calculate the tax.
Okay.
Yes, for Colin, I was supposed to come here. They say Colin was supposed to pay 200 tax. I was supposed to put 200 here.
Okay.
But here, this one doesn't have tax at all. But they will tell you it's not that complicated like taxation. So it's very simple way of calculating the tax for in this case.
All right.
And now we have pension information.
Yes. Employee contribute 6.5% of their gross wages salary to mutual pension fund.
Okay.
The
This one is
pension.
simple. 6.5 of the gross wage.
Yes.
So we must go back for Collins and let's do whatever they say we must do. 6.5 of gross. How much are you going to have here?
650.
50. Thank you. That was Collins. What about Max?
468.
468. What about Parker?
915.2.
And thank you. Thank you.
Four 33.
Yes. 4.
33.
Yes.
0.8.
Thank you. Not bad. Did they say the employer also contributes? Did they say anything about the employer? Yes, they did say company makes no contribution. In other words, we can't put anything under what? Employer.
And employer, yeah.
Can you see now? But if they said he was contributing, whatever they told us, we were supposed to do it here. Will you remember?
Yes.
Sometimes they say he contributes the same amount. If it's the same amount, it's going to be 650 here, 650 here. Sometimes they say half. Can you see now? You must do whatever they say you must do.
Yeah.
No problem. Yes. Next, which one must we focus on?
Net wages.
Net wages. Don't you want to finish all the deductions? But we can still do that. It's okay. Net wages, we can. Let's calculate. How much is the net wage for Collins?
9,250.
9,250. You?
$6,660.
Thank you.
$13,024.
Thank you.
$6,174.45.
Thank you so much. That is how to calculate net. We took gross column.
Wages, yeah, minus.
We deducted all the deductions. So 10,000 minus 100 minus 650. That's how we got 9,250. Okay, the same applies to the other employees. Okay, remember this side only affects the employee side. Okay.
Yes.
But we still have to deal with we know that we don't have to record anything under pension fund because of the information, but SDL, there's something about SDL. We must do some calculation. If you remember SDL, if I can go there, they did say something about the SDL. They say something about the SDL. They say amounts to 1%
Of gross salary.
Of gross salary after pension.
Pension deduction.
Yeah, so we must first minus pension before we calculate. That's what they told us. Okay, so let's go and do. Start with Collins. So Collins, how much is the gross? Which is how much? 10,000.
10,000 minus.
But we must first minus
650.
Yes, 10,000 minus 650, and you multiply by what? By 1%.
Over. Yeah.
Yes.
93.5.
93.5. Thank you. That was Collins. The same applies to Max. We take the gross of 7,200. We minus the pension of 468. Remember, we're just following the instructions. Thereafter, we multiply by 1%.
$67.32.
Thank you so much. The same applies to Parker. The gross is 14,080. We have to deduct 915.20 as per the instruction, and thereafter multiply by 1%.
$131.64.
Yes. Thank you. Same applies to green. We take 6,675. We deduct 433 rands and 80 cents. Thereafter, we multiply by 1%.
$62.41.
41. Okay.
62.41.
62, ne?
Yes.
Okay, let me change it. Okay, it makes sense so far.
Yes.
So I'm telling you, if you understand the wages, salaries will be very easy. Ne? Why? Because salaries, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. They will give you what? They give you this gross. Can you see now? Yes. So yeah, so this is important. Remember, the last thing that we must do here is just to add every column, ne? Of which I believe you can do that. You understand how to do it.
Yes.
Yes. So any question on this one? I think we did well on this one. So we can just put totals here. But I'm not gonna do it now because obviously you can. I trust that you can do that. So you must have totals for everything here. Can you see now? Just put it, and then yeah, just have to add them. Gonna have the total for basic over, because in the ledger. So if they ask you for the ledger, you must know how to transfer. But we're gonna do the ledger, don't worry. But for now, I want you to know how to record. So always follow whatever they say, because sometimes they try to confuse
Can they
you
ask
by
us to do the ledger with this?
Yes, they can ask you to do the ledger with this. It's something that I want us to do thereafter.
Okay.
Yeah, they can ask you to do the ledger. And they like ledgers, to be honest. Check most of the previous papers. You know that I claim to know everything because I've been doing this for many years. I know they like playing around their accounts. So I want you to know, how do this wages journal relate to the general ledger account? Same logic which I gave before, remember? So we just have to use the accounting principles for this particular information. Are we together?
Yes.